Okay, second try to make an overlay to the workout video, as the first was sabotaged. So, thank you and welcome back to the channel. G Fitness here. What you're looking at the moment is another workout because I make 5 more minutes. Because I make videos so rarely that now I have to become very like much more creative with the things I post. But what you're looking at right now is me stretching. What I'm about to do some lower body movements that I like doing that are not specifically bodybuilding oriented. However, I find them useful for myself. And at the moment, with the amount of food I'm able to consume and the amount of rest I'm able to get, I find this is something that works for me. Basically, I don't eat enough, but I sleep more. So it's kind of a mixed fair trade. So what you're looking at here, I'm stretching, I'm moving also my shoulders a lot. You're gonna see that I really make sure that my shoulders point, my elbows, I'm sorry, point at a specific direction. As you can see, if I squat here, I'll try, even though I lean forward, maybe I'm not gonna adjust here. Yeah, I do lean forward, but keep in mind I'm 6'1". A snatch squat, and then probably a power snatch, just a snatch from the knee up. It's very like for me. I found out, okay, yes, those movements aren't really hypertrophy oriented, especially the snatch, but it gave me a lot of erector like development and a lot of trap strength, stability, and development. And for me, this plays a huge difference actually. So this is a 60 kilo. Let's see. My voice is going somewhere, by the way. I try to make the same exact steps, the same exact move. You see the elbow? I try to make the same steps regardless of the weight. And here, those are going to be pause sets, pause reps of one. I really try to rest. I mean, to stay in the bottom for as much as I can. I can stay for a very long time with 60 kilo. Also, I try to, like here, I try to pause in the middle and explode from the knee up. If that makes any sense on a squat from the knee up. I do mostly a couple of sets of one with each weight, and I move up in weight. So here again, this is 60 kilo. The gym that I'm working in now has better barbells, and however they are like a little bit softer. So I find that it makes a difference. So if you can see the elbow again, and then in the pause and the explosion from the midpoint up. I also try to go beltless for as much as I can. So this is gonna be 80 kilo now. I really like the plates. I really like the plates. It looks very cool. I am not a big fan of lightweights being like big plates, but those weights they're not that big, especially the 10s, the 5s, the 15s. They're like very cool. They look like Olympic weights. They're not, but they look like them. There is a father and his daughter in the background, and this is why I'm also like walking around and looking from time to time because they're very cute. I go as like I try to be as high bar as I can. I find it very useful, especially because I like to use my quads in the squat, not my hamstrings. I found that the lower I put it on my back, the more my ass and my glutes and my hamstrings are in use. So you're gonna see I prepare, and I can go much slower down the bottom. I should do that again. Pause, and then explode. I try to move it the same way regardless of the weight. And I don't even think about how much weight I have on the bar. I know the increments that I go in up in. However, it's not something I'm not thinking I'm squatting 140 or I'm squatting 120. Okay, 120 kilo. All of the parents that are watching me right now are thinking, yeah, I know how this feels. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's part of being a parent. Everybody that tells me, yeah, I'm very busy, I'm doing this and that. And no, by the way, I don't have any kids. They don't even know life. Okay, so a pause on 120. Again, I try to make it as long as possible. Yeah, we're eating pizza for dinner, of course, healthy pizza, but we're eating pizza for dinner. Okay, I walk here. I always like walk pointlessly around the gym when I train. By the way, the wind outside was tremendous today. And by the way, how cold it is, I have to go out now. I think I'm going to use the car actually. Okay, so walking around again pointlessly. I think I'm going to put another 20 on each side. Yeah, showing it to the camera. I think I'm going to be sabotaged again. Or not. No. Кажи какво има, принцесо, ако нещо мога да направя за теб. Okay, so putting them on and more pointless walking. I think I'm gonna use a belt for this. Yes, and by the way, those belts, as like narrow as they seem, they're actually very like sturdy and thick. They don't really bend a lot, so they kind of do the job, even though they cover very little space. But I try to use my lower back. I don't try to protect it a lot. I try to use it. I believe that the more you protect your lower back, the weaker it becomes. And like bending over, like squatting, using your hips, your lower back, is something that you have been doing since like ancient times, hundreds, thousands of years. So trying to protect those body parts is pointless, especially when you sit down all day. Most of you, me myself, right now I work from a computer. So 140 kg on the bar. As you can, if you can see, just before I squat, I compress. But here you can see that because I had a 1 month break, month and a half, I really went backwards with my food and with my training. I had to readjust my life, as you know. My mobility still isn't there and my strength. So I'm moving the weight, but I would prefer it to be a little bit different. So here what we're seeing, I think this is a 40 kilo snatch. This is going to be a 40 kilo snatch. And I don't do this for any other reason than being explosive. And also being able to move my body. Like, as you can see here, the weight is a lot, like much more back than it should be. So I think on the next set, I think I'm gonna correct that. I think I don't even go heavy here, so that I can. Probably I can snatch. I felt this quite light today, and I did this after squats. But if I just come in and try to snatch, I think I can snatch up to 70, 75 kg right now. Of course, risking injury and everything, not doing it like as properly as it should have been done. Should be done, but I can still probably do it, and I can clean and jerk probably 100 kilo. I can, if I commit to it, because I have long. Anyway, so let's see here. Even 5 kg plates look cool. I drink a little bit of water. I do almost no accessory work. I'm gonna do this, and then I do some leg extensions and some adductors. Didn't shoot the adductor movement, but yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So, as you can see my back, timer. As you can see my back, I straighten it out, and I try to explode, and also finish it with a squat. If you're able to, as you can see here, the weight is like more forward, which is better. And this really helps me with squats, with deadlifts, even with bench press. I like the leg extension machine in this gym because it uses actual weight. It doesn't, I mean, it uses plates. It doesn't use like cable plates. Cabled plates, if that's the way it's said. And I do, like I did 4 sets of 12. And I think I did 6, well, like with my ankle like this, and 6 with my ankle like this. And the reason for that, I don't know if people know this, but on your quads, you have four heads of the quad. The 2 that are placed higher on your thigh and that don't reach the kneecap are actually like they're also connected to your core in a sense, and they're responsible for lifting your leg up. So whenever you extend your knee, you're more like using your entire quad, but you're primarily doing it with the big hits. And whenever you're lifting your thigh up, it's like lifting your knee up, you're using more of the shorter hits. And by extending your ankle, you're actually activating more the ones that are higher. I have good definition on my legs However, I really like the inside of my legs, and I really like the back side of my legs. So quads I have, but I try to make them even better while like improve the other part of my legs. But I think this was pretty much it from the workout. Yeah. So thank you very much, guys. This is simply a short video of showing you what I've been up to, and I'm planning on tomorrow of making actually some type of a reaction video. So let's see how that goes.